The ALCS ended last night in dramatic fashion with George Springer hitting the 3-run go-ahead home run in the 7th inning. And today, we got the other half of the CS series. So today, MLB The Show dropped the AL portion of this thing of the championship series. So now we get the AL side. So yesterday, again, we got the the Dodger Brewer series. Today, we get the Mariners and Blue Jays. The big card, this is going to be George Springer, and of course, we can collect them all to get Vlad. We'll take a look at all of that and get ready for some of the other stuff that's probably going to be coming, well, a little bit later. But we know these series have been pretty good so far. So that being said, leave a like, comment, subscribe, so you don't miss out on any MLB The Show news and stuff going on here. So with all that being said, let's jump right on into this and see what there is to see. So as always, let's start off here at the camera. The only real thing they added here was the World Series program has been announced, to be determined, but everything else is kind of staying the same. And of course, there you see we can get George Springer. And it looks like there's a Julio Rodriguez there as well. So let's take a gander and take a look and see what's all there in the program. I assume these cards will be very good. Let's take a gander here. What we got. So first, starting off here again from the ALCS here is going to be Matt Brash, one of the relievers, posted a 2.8 ERA over 4 1/3 innings. He did pretty good there. Slider, sinker, circle change, four seam, and a knuckle curve. Corks-wise, outlier 2 on the sinker. Max hitting K per 9's right there at 118. Clutches there as well. Pretty good velo. Decent enough control, I would say. 95 on high end, 75 on the low end, being the knuckle curve. Break-wise, 399s. Pretty good. You could probably stick him in your bullpen, and he'd be a fairly serviceable guy at this point, especially because, well, we need pitching. A lot of it. Next up is Andre Jimenez, who hit 2 home runs and drove in 6 runs in the series. He's got 113 power against righties to go alongside the 108 contact, 100 straight up against lefties. 87 power versus lefties. Vision is 100. His clutch is 125 for the shortstop. Second base, secondary. Good enough. He's going to have diamond fielding. He's got 99 reaction. So he's a serviceable guy there with decent enough speed to at least fit on sub squads if you want to be a little bit different. I know there are a lot of lefties, so he might fit in pretty well. The clutch will definitely help both sides a lot. Power against 87 will play. I don't know if it'll be on any God squads, but he might sneak into some, but into a few rosters. 5,000 XP, which is nice. Bryce Miller had an ERA of 1.08 and 2 starts. 4-seam sinker, splitter, slider, and a sweeper. He has outlier 2, so on the sinker it'll be a little bit faster there. Above 100 on stamina, hit per 9 and K per 9. Walk per 9 is 86. Clutch is 113. Velo, break are both there. Control 96 on the high end, 76 on the low end for the sweeper. Break wise, 399s and 85 and a 79. So he'll have pitches will move a little bit. Might be a little bit difficult on some of the sweeper with it not having as much control. But again, 97 sinker will be about the same. You can see him into rotation to spice things up. But again, we talked about theme teams. He's definitely going to be fitting on that theme team pretty dang well. Maximus Scherzer gets a card here. Game 4 allowed 2 runs over 5 2/3 innings. In that one start that he had here. So looking back at this, 97 on the fastball, a slider, slurve, circle change, and a cutter. Corks wise, he doesn't have any. 107, 111, and 104 on the hit K and stamina. 115 clutch. Rate is there. Velo's a little bit down. Controls 96 on the high end, 79 on the low end. Not too decent enough. And he's got 299s. Fastball's 95 on the break. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. You can sneak him in again if you just want to spice things up. I assume we'll get a better Max Scherzer at some point. If not, you can kind of tell they're setting him up for a better card. Just putting that out there. Joshua Naylor gets one here. He added 417 with 3 home runs. Max contact versus right to go alongside that 115 power. 105 contact versus left. 97 power. He's got 99 steal, 99 base running aggression, and 80 speed because he stole like 30 gosh darn bases. First place right fielder. This might be the best Josh Naylor card we've seen. I mean, if you want to stick him in there, you can stick him in there. He's got the contact. He can hit righties. He's going to be serviceable against lefties. The 117 clutch will help him hit lefties. Forgets how to hit a little bit against righties, but hey, you know what? I've seen worse, especially for Josh Naylor cards. Jeff Hoffman, who got the save, struck out 10 batters across 4 scoreless appearances. Max hit per 9, K per 9's not too far behind at 120. Walk per 9's 84, pitching clutch 125, velo break, all the stuff there at 99. Home doesn't have anything that helps his speed or anything like that. Pitches, like we said, 4-seam slider, splitter, sinker. Good control, low speed 81, highest 95. In the movement, 399 is the only one not really moving the sinker, but I don't think that matters too much because we know how sinkers move. Kind of helps a little bit, but it was in the 90s. It's fine. Doesn't need to have maximum movement. Julio Rodriguez, who dominated in this series. 117, 125 versus right, 110, 109 versus left. Speedy, gotta have good defense out there. Clutch is 120, so it'll definitely help for the center fielder here. He played his little heart out. Did really well in this series. Good card to go with it. Maybe he'll get a final score that's a little bit better than this. Not really sure. If not, this definitely will sort of solidify it, I guess. George Springer, who's probably back to his 2017 card, if you remember that card from 20 or even 2017. 115, 125 against righties, 111, 113 against left. Clutch is max. Vision is good as well. Discipline all above 102. Decent left fielder. He could stick him out in right field if you really feel the need to. Maybe just DH him. 3 home runs in this series, including a game-winning blast in Game 7 of the World to get to the World Series. So those are all the cards that you're going to get in this program. Like I said, they're pretty effing good. Again, the best way to do it, honestly, I just say do the moments. None of these are overly difficult. It's a lot of 4 total bases, strike out, hit a home run, pitch inning, hit a home run. You're not going to have to do them all anyway. It'll take you a couple hours. Worst way to get these cards, if you kind of want to sort of double up and get some stuff for the Extreme program, you could always do this. It's really up to you. I just say do them. It's a little bit more relaxing to do it that way, in my opinion. Now let's take a look at the real thing that matters. How to get that MVP card. Let's take a gander at what Vlad is. So you collect 42, which is, you just finished that program, and here you go. You get this Vladimir Guerrero. So now when you come up to Vladdy, max against right, 125, 125. Against lefties, 117, 108. Clutch is 125, so the lefty contact essentially doesn't matter. His power will still be there as well. Vision's going to be good. He can play first base and third. I wouldn't play him probably anywhere but first base. Hit 3 home runs, 1,300 OPS. It's not Shohei, but it's going to be a good card. A very good card. And all you got to do all this to just finish those moments, and you get this 99 pretty good Vladimir Guerrero card. My assumption is this will continue for the World Series MVP. They might even shove another card in here. I really don't know, because they did give us Roger Clemens' replacement card. So I would assume a Beltran card is going to be right around the corner. I don't know when. He might even be a boss for the 10th inning program. I couldn't tell you. He might be a finest reward for a collection, so just sort of make sure you're doing everything you can to sort of stay up to date on some of that stuff as we get closer and closer to finest in November, which will probably be in a couple weeks. But we'll talk about that when we get to it. But those are all the cards that are here. Again, you collect all 42 of them to get this Vladimir Guerrero. Just to sort of double check, if you can keep it up, you have this really good Aaron Judge, this very, very good two-way Shohei Ohtani card. Absolutely gross. These collection cards for this thing have been absolutely disgusting. And, of course, this Vladimir Guerrero card. So make sure you're doing these moments. All these cards have been pretty good. They've all been 99s for, I think, the most part. I don't think there's been a card less than that. These are all free 99s, and trust me, one of my favorite series to do, and we'll do it again probably tomorrow, is we'll talk about the best cards that you get for free just for doing the programs. Granted, they all might be postseason cards, so if they ever drop a postseason captain for this year, we're rip-roaring ready to go. But these are all very, very good cards that you could stick in your theme teams at the very least, which I think is always good. It's kind of nice that we get a little bit more variety, and plus some of these cards are absolute bangers, and it's been a very, very easy collection to complete, which is always nice. Sometimes just feels good to win one, you know? And like I said, all these cards have been good. If your team is in here, really boosted your theme team, which I think is pretty great, pretty snazzy, dare I say so myself. I don't know why I'm pausing. I'm just like. All right, so there's everything. There's the new postseason stuff. The next round of postseason content won't be for probably a while, I would guess. unless they get swept, then it'll just be next week at this time. World Series start on Friday, so remember it is 2-3-2, so meaning Friday, Saturday, off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would be in LA. So if it is a sweep, it would be in Tuesday. So we probably see it. Maybe they just throw it in Friday. I kind of hope not, but we'll see if that were to happen. Nevertheless, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite postseason card so far, and let me know who's winning the World Series. I picked the Dodgers in those stupid packs, so let's go Dodgers. With all that being said, my name is Spectacles Gaming Television, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.